Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. Today we're going to talk about determining the order of events in informational text. So we have a passage here, and so we're going to be reading the passage, and then we're going to be using what is in the passage in order to put the events below here in order. So first of all, let's go ahead and let's read the passage. During the Industrial Revolution, many important inventions appeared. These inventions made everyday life much easier. In 1769, James Watt invented a steam engine that sped up iron and coal production. About 20 years later, Ellie Whitney invented the cotton gin. This machine made it much easier to separate cotton seeds from the fiber or lint. Then in the 1830s, Cyrus McCormick invented a mechanical reaper for cutting grain. Okay, so now that we talked about what happened in the Industrial Revolution, let's summarize. So in 1769, we first had an invention by James Watt. Then a couple years later, about 20 years later, so around 1789, we had an invention by Ellie Whitney. And then in the late 1830s, we had Cyrus McCormick invent a mechanical reaper for cutting grain. So now that we know that this passage is talking about the Industrial Revolution and important inventions around this time, let's go ahead and put these inventions in order. So first, like we mentioned, the first one that we see is in 1769, James Watt. So here let's find the one that says where Watt invents a steam engine, and let's go ahead and put it first. Then about 20 years later in 1789 or around so, we have Ellie Whitney who's inventing a cotton gin. So let's go ahead and put the second. And then finally, we have Cyrus McCormick in the 1830s who invented a mechanical reaper for cutting grain. So let's go ahead and submit it, and excellent. So the key to determining the order of historical events or events in informational texts are to first make sure that you read the passage carefully. Second, that you can identify what the passage is about, what the main idea of the passage is. And third, go back and read the passage slowly so that you can see what events come first. And that's what you need to know in order to determine the order of events in an informational text.